Hey there YouTube fans, AC Productions here, and today we're going to be showing you how to install very highly reflective rim tape for your Yamaha R3. This one's made by Custom Tailor 33. I'll have a link in the description below on where I purchased it from. Now for us R3 owners, if you notice on your bike, if you've gotten a red bike or a blue bike and you have this pinstriping against the wheel, these are not actually reflective. It's just a regular painted pinstripe that's been painted onto the wheel, and all this time I thought it was reflective, but it's not. I came across this rim tape when I was riding out with some buddies and I saw that their rim was actually like almost like glowing, like it was like lit with LEDs. When I came close to the bike, I noticed that it was just a sticker, but it was really highly reflective. So before we installed this rim tape, you want to make sure that your rim is very clean. As you can see, mine is a little dirty, very dusty. I haven't ridden in a few weeks. Also, if you have wheel weights on your bike, you went to the track, they would put black duct tape onto your rim, and if you don't take it off right away, it leaves this really sticky residue and it's very hard to get off. So you also want to make sure that everything on your wheel is very clean. And if you do have the sticky residue on your wheel, you're going to need something like this to scrape the leftover tape. Also, if you use a heat gun, it'll warm up the old tape and it'll be a bit easier to remove. But for properly cleaning the wheel and removing this sticky residue from your wheels, just check out my video on how to clean wheels. So check out that video before getting to this video on how to install the rim tape. But you also want to make sure after your wheels are clean to go over the side over here with some alcohol and your paper towel. Things that you're going to need for the job is going to be blue shop towel and some 91% isopropyl alcohol. An optional thing you can use to make the job easier is going to be bike stands. If you have a rear and front bike stand, that'll come in handy on making the job a lot easier when installing the rim tape. But if you do not have any bike stands, that's okay. You're just going to have to keep on moving your bike every time you put a piece of rim tape on. Okay, so before we install the rim tape onto the rim, let's check out what comes in the package. As you can see, I have not opened it yet. First time opening up the package. It comes with this pretty cool little sample reflective circle. Also, at the end of this video, I'll be showing you and putting side by side a picture of before and after the rim tape installation. I'm going to be taking the picture with full flash in a very dark room so you actually can see the before and after the rim tape installation. So once you open the package, inside looks like just one sheet. I'm not too sure if this is actually going to be enough for both the two wheels on both sides, but we will soon find out. So you get your one sheet with already pre-cut reflective strips, so that's a good thing. There's no cutting or anything needed for the installation. Also inside the package you got your not too sure installation sheet, and then lastly what we got in here is we got some business cards. And I would say that's about it. Okay, once you're done cleaning your wheel and you've gone over making sure that this edge over here is very clean, you want to make sure that there's no contaminants on it. Make sure it's very clean. Keep on going over it with your clean towel until you see no more dirt on your towel. Once you accomplish that, you want to get out your rim tape, and before you apply your rim tape, you want to make sure that if you just finished cleaning your wheels, make sure you go and wash your hands, because you don't want any contaminants on your fingertips as you apply the tape, because if you do, kind of defeated the purpose of you cleaning the wheel in the beginning. Alright, so let's get out our sheet, and like I said, these are already pre-cut strips, so as you apply them, you just want to make sure you go at the edge of the rim, and that'll be your kind of like reference point or whatnot when applying it. Difficulty of installing these sheets, I would say, is barely any. If you ever played with stickers when you were a young kid, it's almost the same concept. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and grab your first strip and just peel it off the page. Okay, as soon as you get it off the page, I'm going to start off where the valve stem is, which is right here. So that's where I'm going to start. So try to grab as less of the strip as you can, so we're going to start off with this edge here, and make sure anything, if possible, do not let the strip fall on the floor, because once it falls on the floor, this is very sticky tape. It will grab every single contaminant on the floor, all the gravel, the dirt, and it's pretty much a gone piece of tape. Alright, so let's go ahead and apply. So as we go ahead and apply the tape, just make sure you go against the curve there. Get some better lighting for you guys. So just make sure you take your time with this and installing the tape. So we're just gonna go ahead and actually, if anything, you probably could almost still follow the line of the original pinstriping tape as the edge. So like I said, guys, just take your time as you do this. Alright guys, it looks like we have moved to a mobile phone for the rest of this video. Unfortunately, my camera that I normally use to do my videos for installations have finally died on me and no longer works. But anyway, okay, so getting back to the installation tape here. Forgive me guys if it's bouncy or shaky. I do not have a tripod for my phone. Alright, so as soon as you install it, you could actually, with the edge of this, you could actually kind of go along the edge of your original pinstriping. And as you go slowly, little by little, pressing it against the rim. So as you can see, and if you encounter any air bubbles, you could actually just press them out. I just didn't put it completely on there because I wasn't sure, but just looking at the tape, it looks pretty good. I did kind of go off a little bit over here, but I think it's already too late to peel it off. If I'm able to, I'll try to fix that. But other than that, it looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna press it in there and make it permanent. So you just go ahead and just press it with your thumb and just kind of run your finger along the tape. And as you're doing this, you're just going to start pressing out those air bubbles that you probably got when you were putting the rim tape on. So that's all there is to it. I will do one more strip for you guys, and then from there just go ahead and just do the rest of the both sides of the wheels. And that's all there is pretty much to doing the rim tape. There is no real wrong way unless you're, you know, all over the place with the rim tape. That was the case with some of the other rim tapes that I've encountered from friends, that they had this one where it was just complete pinstripe, where it has this like little plastic applicator, so when you put it on there it was just going around, and some of those rim tapes were not reflective that well, and it kind of gave you a squiggly line as you were installing the rim tape. I think these are better because they're already pre-cut, very sticky, and they're pretty much in the shape of the rim anyway. So I would say ease of installation is not bad. Okay, so I already pressed out all the bubbles, and I actually was able to peel it off a little bit so I can actually redo the location of the rim tape. So I'm pretty satisfied with that, as you can see. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our second piece. And what you want to do is you kind of pretty much just want to put the second piece as closest to your last piece as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our sheet here, and we're going to grab the second strip. And like I said guys, you want to make sure that you put your continuation piece as close as possible to your last piece. Guys, as you're putting your rim tape on, what I'm doing is I'm kind of following the edge of the original existing pinstripe, which is right there. So I'm just going a little bit past that and then putting my tape there. If you notice that you went too far, since you are still holding it, you could actually peel it off a little bit and relocate your tape. So once you get it on the spot, you can just go ahead and press it with your finger. And as you can see, I'm just following the edge right there as my reference guide onto where I want the pin striping to be. At least this way I know that it'll be straight as I apply it. Okay, so we're going to go back to the part where I had put the two pieces together. And as you can see, it's right there. If you want, you could actually overlap it just a little bit to apply it. So you just want to make sure you have it as closest to the other one as possible to continue the reflectiveness of the tape. So once you get it all on there, you can go ahead again with your finger, or if you wanted to use the paper towel or a rag or something, or a towel, and just kind of go ahead over it and just run your finger on the reflective tape to make sure it has a secure bond with your rim, and also to get rid of any air bubbles or any air pockets that you may have gotten while installing the tape. So just go ahead and do that, and that's pretty much the whole thing about that's the whole installation of the rim tape. There's not that much to it. It's not really that hard. You know, you could just take your time on installing it, and like I said, there's no real wrong way, but that's about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish up this rim, and then once I'm done with, as you can see, let's give it a good spin. As you can see, as it spins, there's no squiggly, line of the tape. Alright, so that's pretty much it, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and finish up. Alright guys, as I was finishing up this installation of the rim tape, I noticed and counted how many strips you're going to need to do each side of the wheel. But before we get to that, as you could see as I was doing it, when it came down to the last one, it's up to you guys on how you guys want to install the tape. I mean, how on this part of the installation you want to do. You could either finish it up and just completely overlap your last piece of tape over onto the beginning one, or you could do what I just did, is at the edge, because I'm already at the edge part of the first tape I did, is I just folded it right there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my hobby knife, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim this piece off because I don't want it to overlap completely. But that's just me. You guys do it the way you guys want to do. I'm just showing you what I'm going to be doing. So I just had stopped it there, folded it, and I'm just going to get my hobby knife and trim this little piece off. So according to what it says over there on the package, that it says it does do 4 complete circles. It is right. So really you're just going to need 1 package of this to complete 2 wheels on your R3. I counted it to be 6 stripes, around, yeah, almost completely 6 stripes to do each wheel. There is enough here with actually 2 to spare for your wheels. So you're just going to need 1 sheet. Also on the sheet you see these circles and stars. That's just extra little graphics if you want to install that onto your rim. It's up to you on how you want to do it. For me, I just want to complete strips on mine. If you wanted to, you could do a strip, you could do, and then at the end of that put a circle, and then another strip, or you could do a strip and a star, and then so possibilities are endless on this. Or if you want to do a few stars and circles and stripes, that's all on how you want your rims to look. But for me personally, I just wanted stripes. Go ahead and spin the wheel, and you're going to see if you did any imperfection of the installation. You're going to see the tape move. If you happen to install it wrong or install it crooked, you'll see it when you spin the wheel. So go ahead and spin the wheel. And as you can see, it's almost pretty much perfect. I don't see any like wavy curves as the wheel was spinning. So just following that line like I was showing you earlier as a reference point from your original pinstriping on the wheel is a good reference point to make sure that as you're installing your wheel reflective tape, that you get it pretty straight. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please hit that like, subscribe, leave any comments below, and don't forget to turn on your notifications to make sure you get my videos every time I post one up. Thanks for watching. Take care. So as you can see, just with the little orange light, it's not a flashlight, it's just a little orange ready flash for the digital camera. You could already see the reflectiveness of the wheel. And then same thing in the back. So I would say this is really good, high quality, high vis rim tape. This is how it looks like away from the camera. It's just an orange light that's hitting the bike. Gotta focus there a little bit. There we go. So it's just an orange light that I'm using from my digital camera to hit the light of the bike, to hit the rims of the bike.